YouTube subscribers, before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Since that's out of the way, I'm going to play this. But first, I want to speak on it. So you got Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell talking on Clubhouse. One, I thought they were beefing. Now all of a sudden they're fucking buddies. Whatever. Anyway, talk about fighting Hassan Campbell and Trife Dog. Then he's like, well, I think Hassan would bring in more money. Like he's scared of Trife Dog. Well, I think my son will bring in more money. But I'll fight Trife Dog. Okay. So they start talking about them getting it on for like $200K. You know what I mean? Then they go in to talk about how Russell Simmons is also a pedophile. I don't believe that at all. Whatsoever. But they go in to talk about this kind of stuff and a few other things. But I'm going to let y'all hear it. Y'all tell me what you think in the comment section below of what's going on. Is he afraid of Trife Dog, or is he trying to get out of it, just fight a MYSONNE? Because, MYSONNE might not. I don't know. But let me know. Check this out.
Up that clip.
I just told him, I gave him, he's supposed to reach out the whole question. I know Stephen, and I know the other nigga. So if they put the 200 up, you gonna beat the nigga up?
That nigga put that 200,000 up like, man, listen, I'm not turning down no $200,000.
I will personally go get it done. You need to just beat this nigga up, bro.
That's all. But see, the whole thing about it is he's bluffing. Because he, where's the contract? The nigga too dumb to come with the contract.
Bluffing if I go get because once I get it done, that means the money is sitting over there where it's supposed to be. Cause that's it. I know everybody he was talking to. I know him personally. Stephen said he was gonna put 50 on it. The other dude said he gonna put a bag on it. We can get it done.
Well, we get the money up, but honestly speaking, I think MYSONNE will bring more money. Nobody wants to see
for some reason don't want to get in the ring with you though.
I'll take Trife, but honestly speaking, it's like on the pay-per-view end, I don't see nobody watching it.
They're gonna watch you.
Well, we could do.
I got another play though. I got another play.
He coming with that money. It's on.
Listen, I got another play that might make more sense for you because you are the draw, right? So I'm gonna talk to you about that. A whole nother situation that where at the end of the day you eat differently because you were the draw. You right. Nobody knows who he is, and you gonna give him a face. So that's worth something. But I got a back end. I can apply a back end thing to that where you can get your bread, and that's where the real money at. Cause they keep talking. I'm like, bro, that nigga ain't ducking nobody, bro. Y'all niggas, fuck y'all talking about.
Yeah, it's sad because it's like when I do a live and show niggas exactly where I'm at, instead of them waiting for me to come out the building, I showed niggas where my car was at. They bust the window and scratched the car. So it's like, damn, and you did that to my Benz?
It's this nigga named P. He claimed he from New York, but he moved to Atlanta. And dude's a habitual liar, right? He got a little room over there called I only go over there to humiliate the nigga. I hope he listening right now. I'll be over there later on, P, so we can argue about it. But he's your biggest fan. You know what I mean? He's so big of a fan. He talk about you to his wife and shit, his girlfriend, and I don't think he knows subconsciously what he doing.
Yeah, she fall in love with me because she sit up there looking like, damn, that nigga Hassan Campbell pay bills while this other nigga just laying up. That's the problem with these niggas.
All day. Hey, bro, we got to do that interview though, bro, because that shit gonna make these niggas so mad.
It's definitely gonna make them mad. They gonna be sick because they ain't even seen nothing yet. But I think these dudes need to understand something. That academics didn't make me. I was already lit before ACT came to me. I appreciate what
I told they know that, bro. Everybody know that. Look, niggas just gonna throw jabs. They do that to try to create friction between you and ACT, bro. They say that shit. Oh, Wack. Even this room right here. Oh, the numbers don't come unless Wack here. Hey, you weird motherfucker. I'm sleeping. The fuck you gonna tell the owner of the football team? Nigga, the team don't score unless the quarterback throw the ball. The fuck, he part of the team. Right? So, don't let them niggas do that because they just trying to get you to say something that ACT may not like. It's a narrative that ain't even there. That's just them.
Nah, ACT is dope. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna
ACT.
Yeah, Ack is that. You know, Ack can't be blamed for everything that goes on in the black community, just like I can't be blamed for it.
All the niggas said, yo, why he wasn't over there with the burning building, doing this, doing that? I said, look, bro, nobody knows what people do. I know a lot of people give millions of dollars to cause never say nothing. I said, but on the flip side, if you telling me he didn't go over there because we'd have been waiting for him, unless we know he's a smart man. Nigga, don't no warrior move the way you want him to move. He moved the way he want to move.
See, he told a lie, because I heard that part where he said, while that was going on, I was buying hats. Actually, that video that I had, what I posted up, you know, I was in the Soundview area where they say I don't go outside. That store, that whole block, that whole area is dangerous. So instead of him saying, yo, he really was outside in the hat store where all the bodies be dropping at, he skipped past that part because they try to make you believe that I'm not outside. But that video was made 3 days prior. That's for one. For two, I already knew that all of the paid activists was going to be over there, activated. So I said, instead of me going over there starting trouble, because certain people, when I see certain people, or the way they make it seem it's going to be on, yeah, it might be on, and that's not the place for that. So I let the paid activists activate and do what they do. Now, as far as behind the scenes, what I donated and how I donated, I would never tell because I lose my blessings, and I keep telling people that.
Yeah, you don't need to do. Then the nigga tried to say, yo, Wack, you heard the nigga tell. I said, let me tell you what I heard. I heard the nigga tell his truth and laugh about it and said, fuck that nigga, he is what he is. So what I seen is him standing on whatever he did. See, I see it different. See, if a nigga say some shit and act like he just said it, I'm gonna look at you with. But if a nigga say some shit and say, yeah, nigga, I said it, that's what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, hey, I fuck with it.
You know what it is, right? What it is with these niggas is they can't believe my life is a movie.
Oh,
so when they listen, it's like, I seen one nigga made a movie like this nigga telling a complete lie. No, it's gonna be in my book, detail for detail. Let
me ask you one thing that did confuse me. There was one thing confused me. You gave an apology to the family of somebody that was murdered, right? So, was that something you wasn't charged with the murder? You was charged with the lesser charge and beat it, and somebody else? Cause I'm like, bro, he ain't gonna do that if it's a wide open case. He must already dealt with the case.
Yeah, my co-defendant. See, this is what happened. I'm listening to another nigga break this down, so I'm gonna make it clear for you to understand, right? In that case, they wanted me more than they wanted my co-defendant, but they had more evidence on him.
Gotcha.
So the lawyers basically said, listen, when we go to trial, we can separate the case.
Yeah.
When my co-defendant went to trial, he separated the case. He told on me to beat trial, but they couldn't use his statement against me. So when he beat trial, when it was time for me to go to trial, I done told the story before. When I look back in the courtroom, my grandmother, I didn't see my grandmother for 3 years. She was sitting back there in the courtroom. I looked back at her, almost started crying. I didn't cry though, I just blew her a kiss. When I went back to talk to the lawyers said, listen, man, we offer you 1.5 to 4.5 to cop out to the case. They broke it down to manslaughter, then they turned around and broke it down to assault because I couldn't actually cop out to the homicide to get that time. So they broke it down to manslaughter, then they broke it down to assault, and I copped out to assault on the first. And I went up north and came back down. Went back to jail.
I think he took a lesser plea.
I took a lesser plea. I'm convicted and have the paperwork. Put the paperwork. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the paperwork up again on my Instagram so you can share it because I'm sick. Because the case number, docket number, all of that is there. It even describes the victim and all that in the paperwork. And you know what I mean. Bottom line to it is like I said to the family, certain things happened. That was over 25 years ago. Even though that's not the only homicide I've been in jail for. Niggas was like, oh, you telling. Nigga, you can't just tell on a homicide and get out. Not when you the killer, you don't just get out for no fucking homicide. These niggas gotta understand, like I said, when dudes sit up there, they call me Baby B.O. Do you understand? B.O. was one of the most hated dudes. Niggas loved when he got murdered. They loved him because he was one of the most feared dudes for years in the Bronx. So it's like they try to wash away and push his name to the side. But that's the era. I grew up with the Pistol Pete era, the B.O. era, the
what fucked me up, bro, is none of these dudes I was talking. I said, do y'all know him? No, we don't know him. I said, well, what the fuck is the problem? Y'all put too much time and energy y'all don't know, bro. Y'all watching this niggas every month. Bro, I put that fucking Instagram post up. Them niggas had a room up 8 seconds later. Wack out here, Wack 100 approves of.
But that's some female shit, though.
Yeah, nah, it is, bro. Them niggas, you got their attention. And I'm gonna be real, I'm a little pissed the fuck off because now I gotta do something to get their attention back. They can't be hating you more than they hate me. Fuck that shit. Need my fucking hate. Motherfucker, y'all gonna hate me today, motherfuckers.
Nah, you know, it's like 50 said in that song, I need you to hate. And it's like, I realized that now. When I first got on YouTube, I wanted to kill everybody. Now I'm not even mad. I'm like, go ahead, keep making videos, keep talking. Because these dudes don't even realize they promoting me like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as the African Bambaataa shit, what dudes talking about, oh, he snitched first and foremost, right? What dudes got to understand, something, when you dealing with a dude of his caliber, in the amount of young boys whose lives he's wrecking, I don't give a damn if that nigga go to jail. I said before that I would never take the stand. I ain't never planning on suing this dude. But when I'm looking at what's going on and him constantly still being locked up or being banned from certain countries because he's still doing it, I don't care if that man go to jail. He like beast of a nation. There's so many murderers in jail that got life because he messed their minds up as kids and they went to jail. If Bam go to jail, somebody's gonna kill him. Because he can't hide from country to country. That nigga Bam is not running around in the streets like that. He'll do a pop-up, make a video, and he'll disappear. Right now, the courts is looking for this dude because other victims, he deserved to go to jail. So when dudes be sitting up there talking about, you nigga, I guess I'll be a snitch. He be the first nigga I snitched on and the last because I'm not a snitch. But when you got dudes running around, Ahmed sat back and aided and abetted Bam and every little boy that he touched. He looked over and acted like he ain't see what was happening. That's why when Bam got stabbed, when you listen to the story, the young boy that stabbed Africa Bambaataa woke up. I don't know if Bam gave him something or not. From what they said, he gave him something. Homeboy woke up with Bam giving him oral sex. Shorty went in the kitchen directly to the knobs and went to stabbing. He stabbed Bam and he stabbed Ahmed. Ahmed is a black belt. So coincidentally, y'all not in Bronx River no more. Now y'all in the new house where he live at. You in the new house and it transferred from all the old apartments to the new apartments 25 years later? You still doing it? That nigga need to go to jail. I hope he go to jail. I hope Ahmed go to jail. And I hope them niggas get, matter of fact, he might like it in there because he can give all the inmates free head. That's what he like to do.
Who? The nigga Africa Bambaataa?
Yeah, Africa Bambaataa. He deserved to go to jail. That nigga need to go to jail.
This nigga be sucking people up. I thought he was sodomizing motherfuckers.
That dude right there, I guess he believe in his mind he get power from giving little boys wee-wee, giving them head. The nigga's a pedophile. He done damaged man. You know, let me tell you something. When I look at Africa Bambaataa's book, right, you gotta understand something. This dude had some of the illest killers in his book. And when you look in the book, he ain't got them in the book while they grown. He had them in the book while they was little boys. And yo, Wack, when I tell you that, I'm talking about you had at least about 200 dudes from the Bronx and the New York area that's known killers.
So let me ask you a question. It's right. We were discussing this shit, right? I was like, yo, I don't hear you do it, but they be like, suck my dick. I said, why you like telling a man to suck your dick? Is that like, because in our culture out here, that's you telling a man to give you some head, which means one thing, right? They say, well, it means disrespect. I said, yeah, but that shit means something else too. So listen to you talk, saying what dude was into, was that just like a silent oath amongst certain motherfuckers that it was cool?
Well, I tell you from what I see, right?
Yeah.
Africa Bambaataa's spiritual leader was Dr. York. Dr. York was a cult leader from New York to Atlanta that had a big cult. He got locked up. He was a big part of the music industry too. He got locked up for over 200 little boys.
God damn.
So his spiritual leader was a pedophile. But a lot of that, but I know you know a lot of that goes on in Hollywood and in the music industry.
Yeah, for real.
You know, it's just like, you know, when I first came out, I told everybody, Africa Bambaataa wasn't the only one playing with little boys. Allegedly, I have to say allegedly because I didn't see Russell Simmons, but Russell Simmons was doing it too.
Damn, Russ.
That's why when they was sitting up there talking about him with all them women, I'm like, nah. You had dudes that a few dudes that I know. Russ was playing with young boys. He was doing the same thing Bam was doing. Allegedly, I have to say, yeah, Russ. Yeah, Russell Simmons.
Films. Hey, yo. Well, Russ still ain't came back from Bali. I think he ain't coming back because I think he got them other charges he facing with the Me Too shit going on with the ladies. But, yeah, man. But one thing about you telling your truth, you part of the truth. That's why I'm like, yo, bro, this man is part of the truth, bro. Motherfuckers violated him, bro. So you can't tell a man it's like, hey, look, motherfucker, I'm a victim too. Like, it ain't like that's when you gotta, there's some face value to that. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell a motherfucker that's voluntarily stepping out, yo, whack, why he didn't do nothing to the nigga. I said, I don't know. What I do know is he's not gonna lie on himself, knowing that could come with a wave of humiliation, right? He could have kept that shit to himself, but he didn't. Cause I think in his head, keeping it to myself, meaning that I was with it, and I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Am I on the right track with you?
Right. Plus, but dudes gotta understand something too, right? There was a time, that's like when that death row movement was one of the most powerful dudes, you know, in America, period.
Africa Bambaataa was just like that.
Africa Bambaataa was just like that. The nigga had 1,000 shook nights under him. In the early days, if you listen to the interview with Africa Bambaataa on the news, he said, why these people didn't try that years back? You know why he said that? Because years back, if I would have told, especially without the power of the internet, my whole family would have been murdered.
Yeah, for real.
If I would have put that nigga on blast, at that time, my whole family would have been murdered.
No,
so when people be sitting up there saying that, it's like, come on, stop acting like y'all don't understand the streets. You're dealing with a dude that brought every gang in New York City into one gang. And then had resources. And then he had the entourage of damn near every rapper on the East Coast.
Yo,
that dude was a powerful man.
How old was you back then, bro, when you first fell up on the dude? When y'all first...
12.
Oh, shit. So he was recruiting kids.
See, this is what you don't understand. The early days of hip-hop, you go outside, I lived in Bronx River Projects, that's where hip-hop, besides Cedric Ave over there with Kool Herc, hip-hop started in Bronx River. The biggest parties, the biggest events was in Bronx River. It started off with Kool Herc. That's why they both the godfathers. It's three godfathers of hip-hop. That's Flash, that's Herc, and it's Africa Bambaataa. That's for a reason. All of the biggest parties was right in that center. So he used his fame and his fortune. This dude was rich, still living in the projects because it gave him access to all the little poor kids, all of the little poor boys. He don't like girls.
So he don't have no kids?
I don't believe so. Bam is not into women. He's into little. He's not even into grown men. The nigga's into little boys. Every time that nigga get a hard on, it's for a young boy. And everybody around him, like you have seen, Lord Jamar blew him up already. Peter Guns sat up there on somebody's platform in the video and he said, listen, all of us heard the rumors about Bam. It's been going around for years. The rumors of him being the boogeyman. So every time people see Bam with little kids, they know what's going on. They just turn their head.
That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, because of the threat of what he can have done.
Because of the threat and because black people have been taught to accept pedophilia. You got to keep in mind, like in certain neighborhoods, like in the Bronx River area where I grew up at, the 30-year-old dudes used to wait outside the junior high school and the high school for the young girls to get out of school.
Yeah, R. Kelly.
It was R. Kelly in the whole community. Like half these dudes running around that be sitting up there dissing me.
That's real, bro. Them bitch ass niggas there used to be coming up to the high school, bro. I think about it.
Their baby mothers is like 15 years younger than them. That's why niggas be dissing me, because I shine a light on what their life really is.
I had she-boss, nigga. I used to stalk her, boy. I used to be waiting for her right after the 6th period. Yeah, we going this way, goddammit. I got a car, too. But that nigga had a mustache and probably do some shit I didn't know. They used to be actually out there stalking. And some of you females in here, y'all was 16 jumping in the car with them old ass niggas.
Wack.
Yo, Wack, you know the crazy part about it is that pissed me off? Some of the baddest girls that we wanted in high school and junior high school, it was a grown-ass man sleeping with before we got to him.
Yeah, bro, and then, you know, we thinking we doing something, but this nigga here, this nigga done been all in the playground on a motherfucking dirt bike, and he done fucked up our little action.
Wack, your PCR is nuts. You know? I'm fucking weak at that PCR.
What do you mean? Wack delivered deja vu?
Hot ass man.
Yo,
I'm over here crying.
Deja,
how you
all
doing?
you haters listening, I'm kicking it with my homeboy, Mr. Campbell. And I can't wait to do my sit-down interview. You need to come out here with Act this week, fool.
Oh, Wack coming out there this week?
Yeah,
Act coming out there?
He coming out here probably tomorrow or the night. He gonna be out here before the night. Cause I got Act, Adam 22, Gilly and Wallow, all of them coming to my podcast at the same time. We gonna wild out in that motherfucker. They like giving me my introduction and my acceptance into the podcast world. You need to come out.
Crazy.
You need to come out. And then we gotta fry 6ix9ine ass up. I told him. I said, yeah, I'm gonna get you in there with me and Hassan, and we gonna sit in and we gonna pick your mind and tell you about your motherfucking self.
Oh, you wasn't supposed to leak that yet. The internet gonna go crazy for that one.
Yeah, he's looking forward to it.
The internet is gonna go crazy off of that one. Watch.
6ix9ine said, fuck you and that. He said, you and him say the same shit about me. Y'all both tell me the same thing. I said, it's the truth.
Nah, but you know what though? The one thing I want for 6ix9ine, like I think 6ix9ine's energy right now, we can get that boy to start speaking out against this drill movement.
He ready, bro. He ain't let you hear the new music. Oh, he ready. I got him right. He right. That nigga got that. Listen, I got a song on it where he told his truth. It took me 5 songs to get it out there, nigga. He didn't want to do it, and finally he just went in on that shit.
That's what's up, man. Because you know what? At the end of the day, man, Tekashi 6ix9ine got so many young kids that love him, and if he point him in the right direction, he could end his career being a hero instead of being what they want him to be, a sucker to the streets. Like, man, the streets is undefeated.